North, so happy to be with you. And it's another beautiful night, cooling down a little bit here in the late evening, but we've got a great softball game for you. Two teams trying to capture wins.
Yeah, you know what, Steve? I mean, you look at the Untouchables. The Untouchables are a team been around for about 3 years now. Hey, the record about 20 games above 500, but here they are 2-10. Molex, the same thing. A little bit above center. Johns at first, Richmond at second base, Williams in right, Harris the extra hitter. Third base, we got Coleman, and center field, we have Gordon. Hand for Molex, from left to right. Burdick, Mueller, McWhirter. Left to right, the infield third to first. Claiborne, Rizzi, McLaughlin, Duraski, Fredrickson, with the battery of Jost and Schweiger. Having a great time out here, getting ready to go. It's a beautiful night out here. Unusually cool for 8 o'clock.
Yes, just get ready for it.
Wasn't George Bliss just up? I mean, George Connell's just up here. I just looked down. He's down the field. Somebody throw him out of the window?
It's amazing, isn't it, the way these guys
unbelievable.
Positions? Here we go with Talbert. Rounding out to the pitcher. Joust. One up, one down. Tony Person up now, followed by Veda Primus. The Untouchables batting first. Ground ball to the pitcher, Bob Joust. 2 down.
The near north Untouchables.
So far, Joust has done the job right here. It's a big man right here, Michael. Veda Primus.
Look at him. Well, you know what, to put it bluntly, it's the black guys versus the white guys tonight, Steve.
Okay.
Like John Candy said in Stripes, remember? When Bill Murray says, watch the black guys, watch how they do the drills. And Candy goes, what'd they say? The guy goes, what'd they say to Candy? And Candy goes, he said, black guys help out the white guys.
Veda Primus.
Look at the guy. Bobby shades with straight razor.
Yep.
I mean, that head is smooth.
It is.
Remember the old days when they played with California Gold? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kirby had some big. I just saw Kirby out here tonight. I called him Wayne Kirby.
Chicken
the old Cleveland, the old Cleveland Indian.
The Chicken used to play with that team too.
Yeah, Chicken Harrison. Nice with the BF. Nice with the BF.
2 outs, nobody on. Primus grounding the short. Lou Rizzi up with it. Go, save it first.
And that's an error on the throw on the shortstop, Lou Rizzi. I mean, that's a play you got to make. What it was is he threw while he was still down around on his knees. Watch.
Hey, get ahead of him right here, Bob.
He's still got time to get up. He's not really in position to throw.
A little bit off balance, and he bounced it in, and Tom Fredrickson couldn't grab it at first base. So here's Nate Early now. He's the catcher. Got the hat going backwards.
The Nate'ster.
Swinging it back like Joe Morgan.
Oh, did he want that ball?
2 strikes.
Oh, did he want that? Now, that happened to me one time where I swung. I wanted to kill the ball, and I missed. You can throw your back out.
Yeah. Primus on first. 2 outs here. Top of 1.
Good pitch.
Shot to right.
Nice
Bounced in front of the right fielder. Mueller.
It looks like Mueller didn't see that ball, Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, he had time. Let's see that baby again. He had time. He just stood there.
Just kind of held his ground right there.
Look at moved once, twice. If he keeps moving, running forward, he might come up with it.
Sometimes he gets caught up in the lights.
Yep.
Here's Ronnie Mack now. Short center
Ronnie
fielder.
Mack. Ronnie. Oh, Ronnie Mack. When are you coming back? Right now.
Shot to center. McWhirter over, and he's got it for the 3rd out of the inning. So they threatened with first and third, but couldn't get anybody across. No runs on a hit and an error. They left 2. We will go to the bottom half of number 1. Untouchables unable to come across with a run. Molex HLM coming up.
All right, left field Burdick, second base Duraski, center fielder Mueller, cleanup man Fredrickson. Then you have Rizzi, Matriciano, McWhirter, McLaughlin, Claiborne, Schweigert, and a Jost of the pitcher anchoring the lineup for Molex. And from left to right, you got Pearson, Gordon, Williams, you got Coleman, Talbot, Mack, Pitchman, and John infield for the first. With Primus and Early, the battery for the Untouchable.
Scott Burdick followed by John Duraski and Danny Mueller.
We have as many people here as that come to Sox Park.
Really? Base hit for Burdick, leading it off for Molex.
And that's what you want to do. Get the leadoff hitter, get a base hit there, get things off to a good start for you.
Well, here's Johnny Duraski now, the second baseman.
Way to start! Way to start!
Guy used to be a wrestler, represented USA in wrestling. Look at this guy.
Fly ball right field.
Uh-oh.
That's deep. Davey Williams bounces off his hands.
And that's going to be in there. He had trouble from the beginning. The wind is picked up here, Steve. But he just didn't get back in time. He just didn't.
E9.
Yeah, that's an error.
Well, Duraski winding up at second. Burdick at third now with nobody out. And up comes the number 3 batter, Danny Mueller. Another
Watch.
look at it.
He just didn't get in position to catch it. Tried to catch it with his body. How would you have to answer to Beta Primus when you make an error? Take a look at Beta on the
I know.
please.
2 on, nobody out. Here's Danny Mueller now, the right fielder. Number 3 batter. Line shot up the middle, off the short center fielder's hands. 1 run will score. Here comes a second runner coming around, but he will hold at third. Mueller going to second on the throwaway, and it's 1-0 Molex HLM.
It doesn't seem like the Untouchables have decided to take the field yet. I mean, I saw a play there that most short centers wouldn't make. I mean, the short center there, Maag should have come up with. They'll check it out. Get your body in front of it. Get ready. Get revved up. So that's really, I mean, that's not an error, but I mean, he could have made that play.
Fredrickson to second, and that's through the second baseman. 1 run will score, and Mueller's going to be right behind him for a 3-0 lead here in the first.
I mean, really, they could almost be out. They should almost be out of this inning. Instead, there's nobody out.
Error or hit?
That's an error.
Really?
George? Definitely an error. You got to get in front of the ball.
Well, here's Lou Rizzi. Nobody out.
That guy Dave Turner down there in the truck doing a great job.
Molex HLM, another one off the first baseman this time. Here comes Fredrickson rounding second. He'll go to third, throw in the second.
You know,
not in time.
They look like they're afraid of the ball.
E3?
You know, yeah, they look like they're afraid of the ball.
Okay.
Remember when you were a kid and the hard ball come at you hard and you shy away from it? That's what they look like. They're not going after. Watch. I don't want this thing. Forget about it.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a good thing that they stopped now because Ronnie Matriciano is going to bat next, and he really is experienced, and he can destroy him with 1 swing.
Well, you know, it's good that they're having a meeting them on. I've seen teams this year wait 2-3 innings for it. I mean, by that time the game was over, there's still plenty of softball left.
Sure,
Yeah, that's right. The Untouchables just need to get some composure right now and get something going and just get that first out. 3 errors in the inning, 2 hits, 2 runs already in. And we've got runners on second and third. I should say 3 runs already in. There's one off the second baseman.
You know what?
2 more runs score, folks. Now we've got a 5-0 lead.
I'm going to give him a hit on that one.
Okay.
He had to go all the way to his left. It was a tough play. But there's a lot of second basemen in the game. To be quite frank with you, that would have made the play. Throw the ball away, but Matriciano didn't take advantage.
Here's Brian McWhorter right now off the second baseman. See if he can make this play. He throws it away. I'm going to ask you each time, Mike, hit or error.
You got to give him an error. I mean, right now, Leo Richmond, he's the marked man. I mean, when you see a guy struggling like that, you know what? An experienced team is going to go in.
Okay.
I almost make a change right now, George, at second base. Maybe move him to catcher, do something different, take him out of the game, because that's what's going to happen all night now.
The bad case of jitters, I don't think there's any doubt about that.
That's right.
Gary McLaughlin up now. He's a short center fielder. Still, folks, nobody out. There's another base hit past Richmond. Patriciano coming around third. He will score easily. And right behind him is McWhorter. It is now a 7-0 game on the base hit. 2 RBIs for McLaughlin.
I'll tell you what, the Richmond family won't be watching this game on the VCR.
Well, earlier this year we had the crush versus the screwballs, but it wasn't this much. No. And they came back almost, but it's going to be tough for the Untouchables. They're going to have to major inning.
Well, you just can't give somebody 5-6 outs. Now, this is a clean base hit, but you know where they're going. You know what? I hit it relaxed. He goes, you know what? If I hit it to him, he might make an error and I'll get on anyway.
Still nobody out here in the bottom half of number 1 for Molex HLM. Right back to the pitcher.
They got him
the
on
man
out. Good
trapped
play
between
by
second and third. They will tag him out for the fielder's choice. Then go to second. He's safe. Oh, it was close.
Well, let me
but
tell
he's
you
safe.
something. I'm going to tell you right now. I believe he's out at second base before seeing the replay. Great play by Primus. Runs the guy down. I'm arguing with the umpire on that one at second base. Now we have the advantage of not great play by Primus. Runs him over. Makes a nice play. Now watch. Let's see it in slow.
He's in there.
Oh, man, yeah.
He didn't have the tag. Didn't
That
have
was
the
pretty
tag.
close, though.
So
Could've
1
gone
out,
either way.
1 on, 7 runs in, and here's Rod Schwagert to left. That's a good catch out there by Tony Person for the second out of the inning.
Oh, it's Rager trying to go for the big bomb there, but you know what? I still go to the right side. The second baseman and the right fielder and the first baseman got to prove to me they can catch.
Bobby Joust with 2 outs. Runner on second. Here's to our man,
Well,
Richmond
my guy,
again.
Richmond. My guy,
Another
Richmond.
run in.
Another. And you know what? I mean, how can you even go to the bench?
Where's he supposed to?
And now they're talking out there. Now, these are guys that you've probably known for a long time, and they're talking to each other now. They're talking behind his back. I mean, it's so bad.
Boom.
He's so unsure.
Okay, now they're going to try Ronnie Mack over at second base.
Well, it's better late than never, but still, I would have made this switch about 3 bats ago.
Did Richmond switch to short center?
Just a quick flip-flop.
I believe he did.
Second.
That's no big deal. You hit and run. That ball's going to be trouble, looks like.
The gapper, but no, a good catch by Dave Williams in right field to retire the side, but they batted 12, Molex did, and they come up with an 8 spot. And we will go to the top half of number 2. Molex with a big lead early on here at Forest Park.
They just reel up an 18-yard run. He goes, oh, that's a break for the Packers, and it's offsetting. No, it isn't, knucklehead. They gained
Same
18
score
yards.
station, new score location, now 24 hours a day. The Score, Sports Radio 11.
On to be followed by Leo Richmond and Dave Williams.
And you know what? There's a long way to go. But the way they're fielding tonight, I don't know if they can score enough runs to keep up with Molex.
Well, they need to get some hits right here. Let's see if
Yep.
Johns can do it. They've got 1 hit thus far. They trail 8-0. You got to forget about the 8 and just try to get something going. Mike, we've seen bunches of runs being scored in this game. Ground ball to second. Bobbled there by their second baseman, John Duraski.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be an artistic game now, does it?
E4.
Definitely.
The runner on first, nobody out. Here's Leo Richmond now, the second baseman.
Now let's see if they go towards second again. See if they take the guy who just made the error. That's
There's
a hit.
shot and a good shot right there by Richmond. Sargar Richmond at least can hit the ball, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe he's just having a bad night. He's probably a pretty good ball player.
That's a good way to redeem himself there with a single. And now runners on first and third. Nobody out for the right fielder, Davey Williams, come up with a couple of nice plays thus far in the field.
Richmond looks a little bit like Tony Phillips. You see him?
Yeah. Up the
Oh,
middle,
yeah.
off the pitcher.
Here they come.
Run will score 8-1. Richmond going to third on the single by Davey Williams.
Ball hit hard, right off the pitcher, Joust, into left field. And now they got something going here. Bing, tries to stop it.
We'll give him a double on that.
No doubt.
So 8-1 and still nobody out here as the first 3 batters have reached for the Untouchables in the second. And here's Derek Harris. Derek's the extra hitter. Number 9 batter in this Untouchables lineup.
Now, Mike, do you like the DH rule in softball? Yeah, I don't mind the DH. I really don't. It gives a guy an opportunity to play. I just don't like the re-entry rule. I never have.
Shot to right, right fielder over. Oh, he drops the ball. Dan Mueller drops it, 1 run in. 8-2 now. We've seen our share of errors, Mike.
I'm ready to go give him gloves. 3 of them gloves out there. This is not a good example of 16-inch softball. We might see a record for errors in a TV game.
These guys eat popcorn before the game? Or butter on their fingers?
Third error on Molex.
Don't even try to count the other, the Untouchables.
5 errors on the other team.
Got 8 errors and they haven't played 2.
Up the middle, base hit 8-3.
Oh, they opened
Runner
the door.
going to third. They throw home for some reason, and now this runner goes to second.
Bad play. Bad play.
Makes Ronnie Luciano pretty mad. He's going to talk to the pitcher now and talk about the cutoff next play.
Up the middle, knocked down by the pitcher. Good pitcher. Run will score, though. Gray at third. He's safe, but it's 8-4.
Well, Josh had to do the job himself, and somebody had to come up with a play to stop the bleeding, and that's what he did.
1 out in the inning.
Watch it. Knocks it down, puts the big ball out there, gathers it in his left, goes with his right, throws the guy out.
1 out, runner on third. 4 runs already in this inning. Charlie Talbert working with 2 strikes, has to keep it in play. Does so. Shot to lock over the left fielder's head. Run will score from third and Rick Coleman. Here comes Talbot around third. He's going to go for the home run. It's going to be close to the plate. He's in there.
And now they're back. They're back with a vengeance. Molex did the same thing that the Untouchables did at the top half of the inning by making some errors and letting them back in.
Look at this. It is 8-6 on the two-run homer by Charlie Talbot. He's the leadoff batter. Look at the power.
And instead of going out right away, Burdick went to his left and then out. And that cost him.
And still only one out. And a good play at the plate. Mon Matriciano trying to nail him, but
just in time.
A little bit too late.
8-6.
Here's Tony Pearson now. Fly ball, second baseman over for John Duraski in the outfield grass for the second out.
I held my breath.
Here's Beta Primus now. He reached on an error back in the first and was stranded at third.
My guy Beta.
2 outs now. 6 runs in.
Here's another one.
Short center fielder having trouble. It's going to be a base hit for Primus. He's 1 for 2.
We're going to take an intermission now. Go get your popcorn, your candy, and your soft drinks.
Here's Nate Early. He's singled. Got the first hit of the game for the Untouchables back in the first. Little blooper and right there to the short center fielder Gary McWhirter, but damage was done as the Untouchables come up with 6 to get back in it. And now Molex HLM's leads cut to 2 as we head to the bottom half of number 2.
Dun, 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 dun. Nice play.
John Duraski grounding to Beta Primus.
I think both teams are tired. There's been 14 runs scored in an inning and a half.
I know.
They're exhausted.
Okay, during the break, guys, the Untouchables decided to change the second baseman. Now they got 14 out there. Mike Ross in the game.
Did Richmond stay in the game or is he gone?
No, he's out.
He had a rough night. It happens.
Here's Danny Mueller. He singled and scored back in the first. Fly ball, right field. Dave Williams over. He's got that one, second out.
Look out now. Momentum changing now. Untouchables come up with 6 runs. Now if they hold these guys 3 up, 3 down, look out.
I would still try to test this infield, you know?
Yeah, I mean, now they're hitting the ball in the air. You can't do that.
And by the way, Leo Richmond at second base has been replaced by Mike Ross. Ronnie Mack moving back to short center. He took over for Richmond towards the end of that first inning as Richmond went to short center, but now Richmond's been pulled from the game. Another fly ball, right field. Davey Williams over. 3 up, 3 down innings. So Mike said momentum changing. It may be doing just that. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left down. We'll go to the third. Still close. 8-6. The third, Molex leading 8-6.
8 errors already, 14 runs.
Shot to center.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Jost, and you're allowed 2 fakes. He's not faking. He's not throwing them off balance. He's just throwing the ball right in there. Get back on your heels. Okay, let's see what he does. Right off the bat.
Gary Johns to first base. Good play there.
Good
by
move to move the run.
Fredrickson.
But once again, the pitcher did not fake, George. They know he's just throwing the ball in.
This is Mike Ross, who took over for Richmond.
Bring it up.
Look at that.
Shot.
Nice shot.
Runner coming around. See the run. 8-7.
And now Molex looks as bad now as the Untouchables looked earlier.
In fact, Molex did a little flip-flop. They got Rob Schweiger now catching. He flip-flopped with Patricia.
He might have to do a little flip-flop with the pitcher if he doesn't settle down.
That's right. Long way to go, guys.
I mean, I thought 8-0. I said, now they should be relaxed, be making the plays. 1 fake. There
Back
you go,
to
nice
a
fake.
1-run game. Off the pitcher there from Davey Williams. Third baseman's got nowhere to go. Base hit again.
So we got problems here for Molex, boy.
Can you believe here in the third inning, the Untouchables have the lead run at first base?
Where did Matriciano go now, George? Wasn't he catching earlier?
They just do a flip-flop, DH/catch, and they have a little fun together. They talk. Ron's on the bench telling guys what he wants to do is telling the outfield to move in and out, and very experienced guy.
Now, this is
Making
El
that
Maag's
greater.
ball club, though, right?
Sure is, but Ron has come this year purposely because he is so experienced.
Fly ball deep to right. Danny Mueller over. Foul territory, grabs it, runner
Nice
at
throw.
second, tagging going to third. 2 outs in the inning.
Mueller making a nice throw.
So now runners on first and third with Rick Coleman to stand in. He singled and scored back at second with an RBI.
Tying run at third.
And the way it's going, everybody better watch their bench. They don't go too deep too quickly, because they're going to need guys all the way down to the 7th inning.
8-7 game here in the third. Lots of fireworks. Oh, yeah. Base hit. We are tied at 8.
Came back from an 8-run deficit. Got to give him a lot of credit.
Let's go, gang.
Tremendous comeback by the Untouchables.
And they're getting better hits than Molex did. Molex got a lot of their runs on errors. These guys are hitting the heck out of the ball.
8 runs in the last 2 innings. And now Chuck Gordon will stand in, the center fielder. Grounds out the second for the third out as John Daraski takes it. But can you believe, folks, after an 8-run first by Molex, Untouchables come back with 8 in the last 2. And we are tied at 8 as we go to the
Laughing. And we're up here with an 8-8 game.
home half of number 3. Lou Reezy. Oh,
Nice
that's
play.
why they replaced Mr. Richmond with Mr. Ross.
Well, you know what? I mean, they're back in the game now, so it didn't hurt them so badly after all. But you know what? They should have done that a long time ago.
Oh, there's nothing like that to pick up a team.
Oh,
Mike.
sure. Now they know that they
That's
got.
big.
They're bounded at every position now.
And all of a sudden, Mike, momentum has switched.
Oh yeah, big time.
Here's Ron Matriciano. Singled and scored with 2 RBIs back in the first. 1 out, nobody on here in the third, and can you believe that all of a sudden, Beta Primos has retired 5 in a row.
Yep.
This was after the first 9 guys.
Look at this.
reached.
The defense tightening up, or is that?
Yes.
Look at this.
Rick Coleman.
And now they've definitely got momentum on their side. They're feeling confident. They're throwing the ball around.
Here's Brian McWhorter. Deep to left. Tony Pearson back. But he circles under it, and he's
Again.
got it for another 3-up, 3-down inning.
2 in a row.
We will go to the 4th.
Like the Miller Brewing Company and their Chicagoland distributors who remind you that anything can happen in Miller. We're rolling.
Yeah, top half of number 4, folks, and Charlie Talbert to be followed by Tony Pearson and Beta Primos, the first 3 batters in his Untouchables order.
Beta Primos might be one of my favorite guys in the whole league.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they may have trouble fielding the baseball, especially in that one, but they can have it.
Yeah, and they've got all kinds of momentum now generated.
Well, you know what? Molex has got to stop it.
Nobody out. 1 on. Ground ball to first. Taken there by Fredrickson. To the pitcher covering now. Play it.
That's good hustle. That's absolutely good hustle by Talbert going from first to third on a ground ball to first.
That's what you want to do to manufacture runs. Now the lead run on third, if you can believe it, Untouchables.
Only 1 out.
8-8 tie here in the 4th.
But you're right, George. I mean, you know what? I mean, they've gotten 3 down, 2 innings in a row. Hit the ball up. You might get hit. Sometimes when you go for the fly ball, you hit a liner. And
There's
that's what
a
he does.
shot in the gap. Talbert will score. And can you believe the Untouchables have taken the lead on the double by Primus?
They never gave up. A lot of teams when they were down 8-0 would have folded that. But see, Molex gave them that confidence by making some errors early.
Made early. Untouchables have the lead, folks, with 9 runs in the last 3 innings. 1 out, 1 on here. Trying to increase their lead. Bouncer to short center. Up a bit. 2 outs in the inning.
You know, if they could pick up a couple fielders and Untouchables, I like their team as hitters.
Yeah?
And I'll guarantee you this, they've hit with everybody this year, but they can't field.
So Primus now on third. And here's Ron Mack, the short center fielder, 1 for 2 officially with a run scored in the third.
Here's my pitch.
There's a shot to and I mean a shot to center field. 10-8 now as Primus scores. The Untouchables lead by 2.
Mike, these guys are
day, baby,
crushing
it's
the
all
ball.
day.
They better talk about it. Here comes Maag, and they may make a change.
Well, he doesn't look happy. He went out there and he's aggravated. Joseph looks like he's lackadaisical out there. It looks like he's not concentrating. I don't know what he said to him, but it was a very short conversation.
I think he told him, change up, give him a different look.
Well, you got to. I mean, move around.
Still 2 outs. Gary Johns.
Too high to begin with. Your
1 for
pitcher's
2.
too high.
Run scored. Reached on an error in the second. Grounded out to the first baseman. Back in the third. Line shot, base hit.
They were-
High ball.
They went out and got that. He went out and got that. The good piece is.
Oh, now they get him caught up between first and second. Run will score, though, as they'll tag out the run.
Good play.
Run scored first, right?
That's a good play. The run scored, and it was a good play.
The run scores, and now it's 11-8. As we take one more look at it, and the Untouchables come up with 3 runs in this inning to take the lead. All on just 4 hits.
Touchable. I said they hit. They should be able to hit with anybody. I bet you they've lost a lot of games this year because of errors. Just like that one.
Caught an error.
Yeah, Frank Figueredo was absolutely right, our commissioner. He says, Mike, they've hit with everybody all year long. They have had problems fielding.
Yeah, a little miscue there at shortstop by Charlie Talbot,
It's an error.
Steve.
Molex has got to be very down right now. They need something to pick them up. They need a homer right now.
Yes.
They need somebody to hit a ball in the alley, hit a home run, get them to gel.
Kevin Claiborne now reached on a fielder's choice and scored back in the
And now they're trying to say, now it's the well. They call the angular lines there at the plate the well. And there's the mark. You can see it. It looked like it was a strike.
Fly ball right field. No problem there for Dave Williams. Once again, 1 out in the inning.
Well, what have you seen differently Molex is doing now? They
Flying
started
out.
hitting the ball in the air.
Yeah.
When they were hitting the ball on the ground, the Untouchables were making errors. They're giving them a break. Well, Schweigert's got the look. He looks like Dennis DeYoung from the group Styx.
Oh, yeah, what a great band
When
they are.
I think of Love Alive. Remember those guys, Steve?
Yeah,
Fabulous.
they played at my high school back in like
Base hit.
75. Base hit there for Schwigert.
And now you got one out. Here they come. Primus is usually the third baseman. He hasn't done a bad job pitching tonight.
Runners on first and third and 1 out.
Imagine owning this guy money. Imagine that.
No, I really couldn't. I hope Bobby Jost now, he probably can try to help himself here with a hit. He's got to think it through. Obviously, the play is to the right side and see if he executes it properly.
Here we go.
Single to right. 11-9. Runner going to third. It's going to be close.
Look
He's
at that
out of
throw.
there.
Look at that throw by the right fielder, Davey Williams. That is outstanding. That is outstanding. And you're behind and you're taking a chance. But it was a good gamble. But he had the ball before the runner even got to second. And watch the play at third base by Coleman. Unbelievable.
And Jost went to second smartly enough, but man, Mike,
That is a great
that was a
throw.
great one there.
That was a great throw and a great catch.
Executed perfectly. Yep. Shot him down in third.
It's 11-9 now with 2 outs. Back to the top of the order and run right at the second baseman, Mike Ross. And boy, has he done a job
Yes, he
since
has.
replacing Leo Richmond. 1 run in. Looks like a little rain,
That was a
too,
giant
huh?
snowball.
No, that's that big pumpkin ball they play with here in Chicago, my friend. To left. Good
Nice
play out
play.
there by Scott Burdick.
Scott Burdick coming over. It's a funny game. You can look so bad as a team defensively, then you got a guy who makes a play like that.
Davey Williams, a stand-in. 2 for 2 tonight for this guy. He's played a great right field.
Yes, he has, and that was an outstanding throw.
He made an error earlier tonight in the first. Talk about errors, E3.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's a ball that Frederickson's got to have. In fact, when Rizzi made that error earlier in the game in the first inning, he threw the ball in the third. But most first basemen, I thought, would have come up with it.
Yeah. So 1 on, 1 out. Derek Harris, the extra hitter.
We've been eating them all.
Good wood there to right field, but a good catch by Danny Mueller. Runner tagging going to second. He's in there.
I'm glad he's okay. Sometimes guys slide too late and they jam their feet. Now let's
Yeah.
see if he gets up and he's all right. Look at him. He's not feeling too good right now.
I think he is.
Yeah, he's all right.
Here's Rick Coleman. 2 for 2.
Frank Thomas is unbelievable.
Isn't he? Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
In what way?
Just what a heck of a hitter.
2 outs. Ground ball to third. Going for the runner. Going to third.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yeah, plenty
Fielder's
of time.
choice.
And you know what? Now if there's a hit, that deflates this team.
Yeah.
The third baseman, Claiborne, had to go for that. He had to go for first base.
Well, you look from that angle, looks like he had it, but look at the speed and this alert slide there by Davey Williams.
Williams is a hustler. He slid twice now. He's made some nice plays at right. Look at my guy here. Looks like a pirate. Doesn't he?
Runners out the
Look at
corner.
my guy. Got the big mustache, got the earring.
Here's Chuck Gordon, 0 for 2, the center fielder, number 11 batter. Then we're back to the top of the order. Line shot, that could be a gapper. Yes, it is. Oh, what a gallant effort by Scott Burdick. But here come 2 more runs on the double.
Let me tell
By
you something.
Chuck Gordon, he was 0 for 2 before that.
Scott Burdick has been taking the wrong angle on balls all night. He's got to go on a slant towards that ball instead of going to the left and then out.
I thought he made a good effort.
No, watch what he does here, Steve. Now he decides to go back.
Yeah.
You got to go back right off the bat. Oh, yeah. 10 errors already. But that's not really an error, but that's a ball he should have caught.
Fly ball, Nick Candotti under this one. He's got it for the 3rd out, but 2 more runs come across for the Untouchables. And we will go to the bottom half of number 5, the Untouchables, in a stunner here.
Unit Softball League is brought to you by the Chicago Sun-Times $1 Million Break the Bank Social Security Sweepstakes. See your Sun-Time for details.
Bottom half of number 5, Kashul and North back with you. George was helping out with commentary as well.
I'm just trying to keep up all the hits and errors. And wow, this is an active game.
It's a great game.
John Duraski to stand in to lead off the 5th here for Molex, and they trail it now by 4. Once leading by 8. Oh, Mike Ross, a good effort there.
I want to know why this kid wasn't playing second base at the beginning of the game. That's a nice play.
It is. Run around first, nobody out.
Remus doesn't get back enough, too. I'd go up the middle on him.
Ground ball to second. Ross going to second
Good
for 1.
play.
Got the fielder's choice.
Boy, this Ross kid, I like him. And if he would have started the game, they would be winning like 13-6, 13-5. Just makes a nice pivoter. Good play. Gets it over carefully. Gauges the throw. Knows the run.
Here's Tom Fredrickson. 0 for 2. Reached on an error and scored back in the 1st. Grounds out the 1st this time. Gary John's up with it. They've got it. And I tell you, the D is buckled down.
I was just going to say, before you hit the ball over there to first or second or right field, it was like
mystery.
every man for himself, but now it's no man's land.
The runner on second with 2 outs.
Give me a picture of a base runner at second base, guys, will you? What does he look like to you? Base runner, the coach. The coach.
This is Lou Rizzi flying out to Davey Williams.
There you go again.
And the Untouchables have some V going and a lot of momentum. So we will go to the 6th right now. Back on a cool, crisp evening here at Forest Park. Going to the top half of number 6, Tony Pearson to be followed by Veda Primus and Nate Early. What a turnaround, folks, as this team here, Molex, led it 8-0 back in the 1st inning. Now they trail 13-9.
By the way, Steve, you and I will be involved. Watch this play here. Should have it. Nice play. We'll be involved in the 16-inch Chicagoland Hall of Fame Awards.
When is it this year?
A bunch of new inductees. It's October 5th at Hawthorne Racecourse. And we got a lot of guys, the Pioneers.
Give me a couple names.
For the Pioneers, you got a bunch of guys. You got Garippo at third base. Let me get the other sheet here. You know what? I got the old sheet.
Oh, you
Somebody's
got
got to
last
give me the
year's sheet?
97.
I thought you had it. Well, last week you had it, right?
Yeah, last week I had it.
But
I
a
got
lot has changed up here in the booths in 2 weeks,
Right.
right?
You know what I got? But I'll tell you this, like Bobby Garippo, you got Filkins.
And
You got a
Molex
lot
has
of
got Gino Mardigan pitching right now, guys. Hate to interrupt, but Gino Mardigan pitching now for Molex.
So what? The horses already left the barn.
Yeah, and Guck
Right?
was over at first base for Molex.
Nice play there by Lou Rizzi. Throwing out Veda Primos, and Nate Early will stand in. We were talking about the Hall of Fame a little
Hall
bit.
of Fame is coming up, and it's a great thing. Al Matt from Molex is very, 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 very much involved in the whole situation there. So, I mean, they do a great job. Some inductees are going to be like Wally Filkins, Bobby Garippo, got umpires going in, organizers. media guys.
Tim Maher.
Tim Maher.
This gets through the right fielder, Brian McWhirter. Nate Early, go in the third. He will go home. We have a play at the plate. The throw is off.
And that is a 3-base error. A base hit and a 3-base error.
All right.
And I'm telling you, I have not seen a team collapse like this in a long time. Think about it. The game was 8-0 in the second inning.
Yeah, and L's made a change at pitcher.
What is that?
He's made a change at first base, and they're still having some problems.
14-9 now in the error by Brian McWhirter. Molex has just dropped momentum and dropped everything else. What a comeback. Ron Mack now. Fine shot. Oh, knocked down by the shortstop, Rizzi. That's going to be a base hit. Two outs and 2 singles. Live ball. Let's see if McWhirter can get under this one. Yes,
Yep.
he does. Good job for the third
Not
out.
happy.
Another run comes across on just 2 hits. We'll go to the bottom half of number 6. Molex has their work cut out. Now trailing.
Greatest sports radio station in the free world, the communist bloc countries, and Bosnia. Listen to it every single day, please. We need your support. That's all I can tell you.
With us now, the commissioner of the Super
Oh, the
16
kingpin. The guy
League.
does a great job.
He is Frank Fiorito. And Frank, I tell you what, it's been a marvelous season here.
Yep, I'm going to miss you, Frank.
We've had a great time.
It was great with you guys. You guys did an awesome job. Third straight year I've done this, and you guys get better and better every year. The game's been better this year. The broadcast has been better. I'd like to thank Steve Kashul, Mike North, George Bliss, the Trio Video crew, Forest Park staff, Dave Novak, Ron Kubicki from Hodgkins Park, the Bensonville Park District people. Most of all, Chris and Dave Hines from IPG and Joel Zimbaroff from Mitch Melman from Lennis for putting the league together. It's the best league in 16-inch softball, bar none. It's the best game of Chicagoland, and these guys exhibit it week in and week out. And with you guys broadcasting the TV games, a lot more people get to see it.
And you know what? I'll tell you what, Frank, it's better than a lot of games in the major leagues. I mean, it's a fast-moving game. You see a lot of good softball. You see a lot of guys battle back. And it's a game where if you're down 8-0 like we saw tonight, you come back.
We saw it in the Crush game, and we're seeing it again tonight. And,
Right.
and what our TV audience doesn't really know without playing the game, and Mike and Steve, you
Right.
both played the game, is
Right.
that it's even faster than you see it on TV.
Sure is.
And you can't really appreciate the athleticism on some of these players without being out here to watch a game.
Like
Oh, look at this. Good play there by
Well, Frank just brings it up, and that's a great play by that second baseman
Mike
again.
Ross once again.
I mean, Mike Ross should have been there from the beginning of
That's a
the
base
game.
hit, by
It's
the
a
way.
base hit. Watch this kid.
But this kid
This
has done
guy's
a great
tough.
job.
And you know what? He would not be out of the lineup if I was the manager of this team. Because that's what they need, some guys that can make the big play.
Base hit for Gary McLaughlin here. Runner coming around. Molex has another run, 14-10. On the RBI by McLaughlin, his third of the night. Brian McWhirter scoring.
This is a great game to be doing for the last game. I mean,
And
you know,
this
keeping
kind
it
of game,
interesting.
this kind of game typifies the way the league's been this year. We've had close to 75% of the games decided by 5 runs or less, and a lot of parity. Mike, like you touched upon, your team last year, they finished down toward the bottom.
Right.
But this year, they're right in the playoff hunt, with the exception of a few injuries, a few shorthanded nights. They were definitely one of the top 8 teams.
And we're going to the Nationals. Where last year we weren't even a consideration. So we made changes, and I think, you know what, everybody's made changes. And, you know, you got to keep making changes if you want to be successful. You can't rest on your laurels. And I'll tell you what, this league is one of the best organized leagues around. You've done a great job.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
All right, Frank, we appreciate you joining us
Thanks a
tonight.
lot, guys.
Frank,
All right,
great
pal.
job once again.
Good
Our
job.
commissioner,
Thanks, Jerry.
Frank Fiorito of the Miller Lite Super 16-inch games. And we'll also be broadcasting one more from the Mount Prospect Park District. George Bliss and I guess Mike will be doing that one because
Right.
you're going to be at Michael Jordan's camp.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that, and we'll talk about that when I come back, because I'm going to hate to miss the Nationals, especially since my team's going to have a shot at it. So we'll see what happens, but we'll be back. The score right now, 14-10. 14, Molex 10, 14 runs, 16 hits, 5 errors, 10 runs, 11 hits, and 6 errors.
Mike Ross, Dave Williams, Derek Harris to lead it off here. Top half at number 7. Untouchables trying to add some insurance.
It's all hot and bothered over Brent.
Base hit for Mike Ross.
Although Jennifer Aniston, I got to tell you, I'm a Jane Mansfield guy, Marilyn Monroe, you know, all the good-looking dead actresses, you know what I mean? Jennifer Aniston, awfully good.
2 for 3 has reached base all 3 times.
I like
2 runs
this kid.
scored. Fly
That
ball.
ball's hit. The
Nick
wind's got it.
Candiotti. Oh, his fingertips. Now look at this.
Uh-oh, we got a
We've got
problem.
a problem here, yes.
This one guy passed up the other guy.
He's going to score and be thrown
Not
out.
really.
Ron Matriciano throws him out.
Whoa, watch yourself.
Here we go now. Matriciano gave him an extra shove in the back.
And also, I thought maybe David Williams passed the runner. I'd like to see that.
I would too. There was a big-time mistake there, base running. Now this ball, got to have it. Matriciano.
We give it an E8 and a run out of the plate.
Now watch this. Watch Matriciano. Pardon those guys.
Tags him, and I think the guy wanted a little more. He tried to get the ball away from him, so
Yeah.
he puts a knee in the back, and then boom.
Ooh, a little knee. And you know what? There's no ball.
Here's Derek Harris now. 0 for 3. Reached on an error and scored back in the second. 1 out and 1 on.
By the way,
Still
Ronnie
14
Coolheaded, usually called it assistant warden at Dwight
Yes,
Correctional
exactly.
Center.
So-
I was like, they have to answer to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
My temper's fair when there's a collision. I don't care what sport you're talking about.
Fly ball left field vertic over. He's got it for the second out.
See, I thought one runner overpassed the other runner,
Yeah,
which is an illegal deal.
Yeah. Well, here's Rick Coleman now, 2 for 3. Scored twice, got a couple of RBIs, and he's got another one right here with a single up the middle.
Another play at the plate.
No. 3 runs batted in for Rick Coleman, batting number 10 tonight. Chuck Gordon, fly ball, right field. Brian McWhorter coming in. He's not going to be able to get to it. It's going to be a double for Chuck Gordon as Coleman goes to third.
Brian McWhorter having just a nightmarish night in right field. He didn't see that ball right away. Ended up, it looked like it was hit deeper than it was. He got a late jump.
Ball had a lot of spin on it. Looked like it was going to be an easy fly ball, but then just lost momentum going to the outfield. Right fielder, red shoes and all, could not get to it. Back to the top of the order now. Charlie Calvert has had an interesting game. 2 for 4 with a home run and a single and a couple of runs batted in.
Buffy Atkinson doing a great job here tonight. George Bliss, Steve Kashul.
Fly
Steve,
ball,
by the way,
center fielder over. Nick Candiotti has it for the 3rd out of the inning.
I'll talk to you at the next half.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. The Pipe by Miller Lite, the Miller Brewing Company, and their Chicagoland distributors will remind you that anything can happen at Miller time. And I'll be at the Michael Jordan Senior Flight School, Steve, from August. Well,
Teach how to fly?
no, I'm going to be playing with, League 35 and older with Michael Jordan.
You're
Charles
not that
Barkley.
old.
The coaches, Krzyzewski, John Thompson, Bob Huggins, a lot of guys, Roy Williams. And I'd like to say, since I'm not going to be at the Nationals, I'd like to thank Sports Channel.
Ooh. Artie Lurie pitching there, guys, the old veteran.
Yeah, nice play there by the
Thrown
shortstop,
off by
Charlie
Yeah, and it's
Calvert.
getting back to the last 2 outs. I'd like to thank Dave Turner, Jim Sutton, the directors and the producers, Matt Atkinson, Matt Luke, all the cameramen, my buddy Dave Cella, all the guys that work in the truck, the camera people, Doug Stanton, George Bliss, George Cominos. I'd like to thank everybody. It's been a great time again this year. I hope to do it again next year. And I'd like to thank, of course, you, Steve. It's been a great time. Let's hope that we're all back together next year.
Absolutely. I've had
Yep.
a marvelous time once
It's been
again.
fun. It has been a great time.
Mike, if the North Stars get in the Final Four, will we have a big party at Pappyland?
Yeah, and if they get in the Final Four, I'll fly back early.
Beautiful. Ground ball to short. Yes. Is this Untouchables deep tightened up?
I can't believe it.
It really has. 1 out away from a great, great victory, folks, over Molex.
And this is a devastating loss. You don't want to go 8-0. You got to ask yourself what happened.
Molex scores 8 runs in the first inning. First 7 guys, 8 guys, 9 guys reach.
I
First
admire
7 guys score.
I'll tell you what, I admire this team. They were the worst looking team I'd seen all year in the first 2 innings, right? And now they're one of the best looking teams
I
I've
don't
seen.
think there was any way they were going to come back.
No.
I've seen it all now.
Base
not
hit.
dead yet.
They keep it alive as John Duraski singles. Two outs.
The guy that looks like the coach is up.
Here we go. Could be the last pitch of the game.
That's it.
Fly ball. Tony Pearson under it. Great win for the Untouchables.
A big win for this team. A big confidence boost.
Down 8-0, tying it, then going ahead and seeing the lead never go the other way.
That hurts. That hurts if you're Molex, and you've got to feel tremendous if you're the Untouchables. 15 runs, 19, 12 errors in the game.
Yeah, a lot of errors.
But you know what?
And then a lot of teams, both teams really just kind of buckled down and did a great job. Well, folks, tonight's Miller Lite Super 16 Game of the Week has been produced and directed by Dave Turner. Our statistician team is George Bliss and George Kamenos. The coordinating producer from IPG is Chris Hine.
Hi, honey.
For Mike North, I'm Steve Kashul, saying